Hello, Tamara Green here for A Course in Miracles, number 80. You made it to 80. Congratulations. That's so fantastic. All right. We're going to focus right over the belly button because what we're going to do next is very helpful for gut health. I'm sure you've heard a lot about gut health these days. So tapping with the pinky side of your fists right over the belly button. It may be a little uncomfortable at first, but keep doing it. So just imagine this is my belly button right here. I'm tapping on my belly button, alternating fists. All right, so just tap away. Even if you do it mildly, I like to do it a little bit, kind of a more firm tap. Either one is fine because what you're doing is creating circulation and getting the energy flowing in that area. And where energy flowing is where healing is happening, actually. The other thing that's happening is you're focusing on your belly button. You're focusing, your mind is down where your gut is, and wherever you're focused is where your mind goes. So now we're cooling off the mind, the brain. When there's too much thinking, you may want to do this, focus on where you're tapping, and guess what? That monkey mind tends to calm down quite a bit. And in Chinese medicine, Qigong, they call this water up, fire down. So the water is cooling the mind, and then the energy from the hot mind is moving down to warm up the belly. And that is a balanced, healthy body when we have a warm belly and a cool mind. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you rub your belly clockwise, just with your open palm. Take a nice big breath. Another big breath. Very good. All right. A Course in Miracles, lesson number 80. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. If you are willing to recognize your problems, you will recognize that you have no problems. Your one central problem has been answered and you have no other. Therefore, you must be at peace. And understanding, salvation thus depends on recognizing this one problem and understanding it has been solved. One problem, one solution, salvation is accomplished. Freedom from conflict has been given you. Accept that fact and you are ready to take your rightful place in God's plan for salvation. Your only problem has been solved. Repeat this over and over to yourself today with gratitude and conviction. You have recognized your only problem, opening the way for the Holy Spirit to give you God's answer. You have laid deception aside and seen the light of truth. You have accepted salvation for yourself by bringing the problem to the answer. And you can recognize this answer because the problem has been identified. You are entitled to peace today. A problem that has been resolved cannot trouble you. Only be certain you do not forget that all problems are the same. Their many forms will not deceive you while you remember this. One problem, one solution. Accept the peace this simple statement brings. In our longer practice periods today, we will claim the peace that must be ours when the problem and the answer have been brought together. The problem must be gone because God's answer cannot fail. Having recognized one, you have recognized the other. The solution is inherent in the problem. You are answered and have accepted the answer. You are saved. Now, let the peace that your acceptance brings be given you. Close your eyes and receive your reward. Recognize that your problems have been solved. Recognize that you are out of conflict, free and at peace. Above all, remember that you have one problem and that the problem has one solution. It is in this that the simplicity of salvation lies. It is because of this that it is guaranteed to work. Assure yourself often today that your problems have been solved. Repeat the idea with deep conviction as frequently as possible. And be particularly sure to apply the idea for today to any specific problem that may arise. Say quickly, "Let me recognize this problem has been solved." Let us be determined not to collect grievances today. Let us be determined to be free of problems that do not exist. The means is simple honesty. Do not deceive yourself about what the problem is, and you must recognize it, that it has been solved. So number 80 is, let me recognize my problems have been solved. We're a very problem-focused society, humanity. It's very focused on problems. In fact, there's many people out there that actually pride themselves as being really great problem solvers. But isn't it interesting, if you believe that you're a great problem solver, well, guess what? You have nothing but problems coming your way to solve, because that's where your focus is. What this lesson is beginning to open our eyes to is the focus is on the solution. The focus is on the salvation of the world, not the problems of the world. The solutions in your life, or what's possible, not the problems in your life. It's fascinating when I ask my clients, okay, what do you want? And they, what do I want? Well, what do I want? Well, I can tell you what I don't want. And they give a whole list of what they don't want anymore. And that's because so much of their focus is on the problems in their life and not what they're actually grateful for. So this is a great lesson about focusing on what it is that we all want, which is peace, happiness, salvation for this world. And we're starting to hear in these lessons that we are guaranteed. That, in fact, I can honestly say there's only one guarantee in life, and that's this. We are guaranteed salvation. We're going to get there eventually, right? But one by one, because we are responsible for the demise of this world, well, guess what? We are also responsible for the salvation of this world. And one by one, we are unlearning all the illusion-based, fear-based stuff that we've learned all along for generations, and coming back to the simple truth that we have never been separate from God. Our only problem is that we believe we're separate, but we've never been separate. It's impossible to be separate. We will never be separate. It's impossible. So we are one, not only with each other, but with God. And there lies our answers, our solution, our salvation to everything. May you be well. May you feel safe. And may you be at peace. I'll see you tomorrow.